We are the Wildcats, the greatest team of all. We are the Wildcats. We're always on the ball, bum, bum, bum. Unfortunately not, because you got bundled out in the semi-final.
Yeah, so that means you're off the hook because you don't have to come and watch a grand final next week because I would have made you.
Just behind the scenes, we organised that as well.
I know.
Before your, what is it, Div 3, Div 4?
No,
Div 100?
B4s.
B4.
Yeah.
Well, how many divisions is that back?
That's a lot.
We organised before your semi-final that if you won and got into the grand final that we'd all turn up and I have to dress up like a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Oh, the relief when the girls went down.
The relief for me because the team we would have played in the grand final belted us by about 400 goals the week before.
Yeah. Some nice solid feedback as well on your performance from your daughter.
I mean, the one thing you can expect from kids is honesty, and that's what they gave me about my performance.
Brutal as it is.
Yes, exactly right.
Ask Us Anything returned as well.
Yeah, this was an opportunity for us to talk about, before we knew each other, what we thought about each other.
Yeah, and look, I had a meeting with you, and let's just say it was more memorable for me than it was for you.
I have no recollection of this.
Yeah, by that I was about to say you don't remember it all.
No.
First impressions last.
Yeah.
If you're significant enough to make a first impression and make it last.
If they're good.
Not this guy. Tommy Duday made his debut with us.
Yes, cannot wait to speak to him throughout the football season. And yeah, came into the studio. We had a chat about our dogs. He's got a monster. I've got a little baby doggy, and they nearly killed each other.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
No, that's not true. His dog nearly killed my dog.
Oh, right. Come on, Tommy.
Poor Sid.
Control your dog. Worst job Wednesday as well.
Yeah.
Look, these hands, they need to be rested because they work so hard.
So you went down to your local gym and helped out down there, but really it was just an excuse for you to spend work time working out.
Look, we do what we can, and if we can somehow mix and combine the two, then here we are.
That's called multitasking. You boys aren't very good at that, but on this occasion you did well.
Yeah, I know, crazy stuff. Enjoy the podcast.
Oh,
producer Sean.
EP Sean's really...
You hit a nerve.
Really bristled about the multitasking call. Not you, mate. You're bloody good at everything.
All right, we'll handle this off air. Goodbye.
We didn't speak about it yesterday because it was too raw.
Just had to let it settle.
Yeah. But now, 48 hours later, I'm ready to talk about it. So the Adelaide Wildcat B4s lost an epic semi-final to St Iggy's Old Scholars in the Tuesday night summer netball comp. Okay, it's all right. I'm fine.
Go Wildcats. Row. That's what you guys say. 1, 2, 3, row.
No, we don't. We don't say row. We say 1, 2, 3, cats.
Okay, sorry.
That's how it goes.
1, 2, 3, cats.
Anyway, so we were down by 11 at halftime. And then we came back, played really good, solid netball in the second half and got back to 4 in the final quarter. And that's when, bang, Jodie goes up for a ball, comes down, ankle, rolls, I'm out.
Oh, no.
Primary carer comes on, off I go.
Wow.
Ice comes out. Oh, God. So I had to sit and watch from the sidelines the last 7 minutes and we went down by 6. It's okay.
So do you feel like the brunt of responsibility for the loss?
No,
you shouldn't. Some people might suggest that that's what's happened, but don't feel like that. You shouldn't feel like that.
Have you been in contact with my team? Is that what's happened?
Yeah. They had some feedback, don't you?
Well, they had some
They're
feedback.
Shattered.
But also my kids had some feedback. So they came out for only the second time this season. And as we're walking off, I'm just shattered by the loss. And the girl's like, Mum, why? We just have a couple of questions. Why are you so old and the girls that you play with are so young? And I'm not joking. Some of the girls I play with are born in 2004. I'm not kidding. They are intermediate players who have just come up from seniors. It's like they're doing year 12. And oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Did you roll back the whole, you're only as old as you feel?
No, I didn't say that. I said, you're only as old as the man you sleep with. No.
You'll always have that over Greg too.
So I'm a good mentor like that. And then Summer, who's the 9-year-old, follows up with, Mum, why'd you quit netball for so long? And I'm like, because I had to spit out 3 of you grommets. I can't play while I'm pregnant and then post-pregnant. So that's all on you. And she goes, that's a shame, Mum, because I'm pretty convinced you would have played for the Thunderbirds.
Oh, yes. Which Thunderbirds are you talking about? The netball Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
We laugh to stop ourselves from crying.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. I just got valuable info. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
Some absolutely, truly awful behaviour on MAFS last night. In fact, it was kind of disturbing the way these people are carrying on this show at the moment. So two of the worst contestants are undoubtedly Harrison. His wife Bronte dumped him last night and shut him down. Have a listen.
This is my time to talk. You
talk
just
about
had
how
yours.
you feel or my behaviour. Don't
I
tell
am
me how
about
I think.
to answer
Don't tell
the
me how I
question.
think.
Right, seriously, like, come on.
Sorry, excuse me, I'm talking.
It's Bronte's turn to answer the questions, so you need to just respectfully chill the out and let her answer these questions.
This is exactly what you could have done better. Hear me and actually listen and read the freaking room.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the next question, or are you done?
I'm done with you.
Oh, geez, you know, it's a good
hard.
point. No, Jodie, talk about MAFS as a whole. Do not talk about Harrison by himself, okay? So give your opinion, but not on Harrison, okay?
Can I
Good.
speak now?
Good. No,
Can I speak?
I'm talking,
Okay.
I'm talking.
Okay. Do you want to tell me how I feel?
I feel weird even talking like that as a joke to you.
Oh, no, it's horrible. And then there's Alyssa, who is so mean to her partner, Harrison, and all the fans are like, just get off the show.
We were like sitting down. Duncan had made like this cute like charcuterie board, and I was like ready to tell him like how I'm falling for him. And I can't wait to see how things go. And then, yeah, he pretty much ripped our entire relationship apart.
Well, from my perspective, I think homestays are about having a lot of fun together, but also talking about concerns you have and the things that you want to like work through. Like if that's classified as ripping someone's heart out.
Are you guys on the same page now, though?
Definitely not.
I love how you make me feel when it's good.
When it's good.
Yeah.
Which is what? 56% of the time.
Even just then, I'm just describing some things about how I like about you, and you just cut me down.
Oh, Duncan,
And
you've got to go.
You know, and for 44% of the time, Andrew Hayes, you make me feel terrible.
It's such a specific statistic.
Isn't it?
And what the hell is her accent?
I don't know.
Can someone tell me? Can someone text through 0400 919 919? What's going on there? It's like a mixture of about 17 different nationalities.
I'm going to say Texan. I don't know where I got
could
that
be.
from.
There's
It
something
just
in there.
sounds Texan.
Every time I hear an accent, I immediately go for Scottish.
I know.
But I'm still not even identifying her as Scottish.
The amount of guests we've had on this show, and you're like, oh, you're Scottish. And they're like, no, mate, I'm Welsh. Or no, mate, I'm Irish.
I'm Irish, which is so offensive to them.
My wife's Scottish. Oh, that's good. That's good, but I'm not.
Good for you, bro. Stop screaming it from every single mountaintop.
And also, I'm not from there. So.
It's not working.
Ed Sheeran has opened up about having an eating disorder triggered by unfavourably comparing himself to other pop stars. Poor Ed. Oh, my goodness. In a new interview with Rolling Stone, the British singer admitted how he always felt fat and believes he has a similar relationship with food as Sir Elton John, who has previously spoken about having bulimia. This is him in his new documentary that's dropped on Disney+. Am I right, EP Short?
Ginger hair. Really short. He stutters. That guy doesn't become a pop star.
Ed Sheeran is giving fans a glimpse into the highs and lows of his life as a music superstar.
I will be all over this.
What's her accent?
She's
Overly
like
aggressive American?
I'm sensing a little bit of Scottish. Yeah. She's a proper stereotype American, isn't she? Good for her.
Yes. I love this story. Australian pop megastar Tones and I has married Victorian footballer Jimmy Bedford in a secret Bali wedding at the weekend. So the singer of the worldwide hit Dance Monkey, which has nearly 3 billion streams on Spotify, said, I do to Bedford at a picturesque location at the popular Indonesian holiday spot.
What's it like there? Hang on a second. Let's go back. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. Just a little warm up for On the Stage. You got married in Bali?
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
The second time. So I had my first honeymoon in Bali, and then for my first wedding, and then I went back and got married the second time in Bali.
Oh, wow. There's a solid Bali theme, isn't it?
I know. It was a place called Ayana, which is honestly the most beautiful spot in the world. So, but because we were in Bali and the guy that conducted the ceremony, my poor husband didn't understand a word. I'm not even entirely sure that we're actually married. Who's to say?
He would have said all
I don't
sorts
know.
of things.
I don't know.
Leave all your bank details over to the resort. I do.
For holiday accommodation more comfy than your cozies, jump on the What If app.
With hotels, holiday rentals, holiday parks and more, find the perfect fit for holiday you.
Book your getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Worst job Wednesday! Jodie and Hayesy.
Worst Job Wednesday.
These hands are made for working. And that's just what they'll do, Jodes.
Are they, though?
Consistently.
Okay. Well, you're pretty much the new kid on the block, so we thought, you know what, put you to work. Get you out there amongst the people, make them see what you're all about. Am I right, camera guy Josh?
You're 100% right, Jodie.
Yeah, I am. So where'd you go yesterday?
Went to my local gym, BST Fitness, 5th Street, Bowden, and just cleaned up the joint. Did my best. Josh was there.
Josh, were you there?
Yeah,
I was there.
Back me up.
I was there before Hayesy because he likes to cycle everywhere and he takes ages to rock up. So.
Yeah, you were late.
I was taking my time to get there.
How completely shocking.
Yeah.
And the irony of you cycling to the gym to work out.
Yeah, isn't that outrageous? Just a real calorie burn fest.
Yeah.
Josh will back me up, though. It was a good, solid day, and all of a sudden the gym's just sparkling. Another successful job. We done?
No. Because I was there so early, I actually had a chance to talk to Brad, the owner of the gym that Hazy's been going to for 14 years.
Okay. Give insight, please.
Well, I'll let Brad speak for himself, but they've had to bring in a few rules just for Hayesy.
What?
Yeah, he's consistent. He's here all the time. Bit of hard work, though. We brought in a couple of different rules, the Hayesy rules. First one, no protein powder in the gym because mess everywhere. Secondly, there's a time limit on the front toilet. 30 minutes and under, comes in, big coffee, then he comes out looking all guilty, and no one else gets to use it.
Okay, first of all, let's just put this one to bed. He paints a picture like I absolutely paint the walls.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Are you sure?
Well, sometimes I turn up and I'm nervous because I've got a big session ahead of me. Right. And what happens when you get nervous?
Nervous poo.
You need to attack the session with an empty tummy.
Yeah, but every single time?
And then bang, paint the walls. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, Josh? I'm human, all right?
Control yourself. So how'd he go?
Yeah, he went really well. We also learnt that Hayesy likes to make sure all the equipment is working the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
Helps us with the maintenance of it all. So he breaks it, we fix it. We've got a few little Hayesy modifications there on his favourite bits of equipment.
So now I've got this reputation where anytime something breaks in the gym, it's my fault somehow. That's.
But is it?
No. Originally, maybe I broke a couple of assault bikes. But not all of them.
By being too aggressive?
No, for just striving too hard for my goals.
Right. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Speaking of equipment, Brad showed us what your favourite piece of equipment in the gym actually was.
If you're talking to him, he's often paying attention to himself in the mirror rather than you. How do you get Hayesy to stand still? Put a mirror in front of him.
I want to go.
Come on, Brad. Go get it.
I want to go against that, but he's spot on there. He installed mirrors in the gym. It's fantastic. Like, it's a 360 view pretty much.
Yeah.
And isn't it magnificent? I mean, Josh, to paint a picture, you can be doing biceps and also checking out your calves at the same time. To obviously focus on your form.
Yes, exactly right.
For sure.
But in all seriousness, Brad loves Hayesy.
As a member, he's the best. He's gym captain because he works hard, he trains hard, and he's always here. Anyways, does well by the gym.
Oh, that's really nice.
Okay,
it's a nice
that's a
little
bit
moment.
nice. That's lovely.
So, can I just say something as well?
Yeah.
Well, how did we go, Josh? Give us a bit of a rating.
Well, you didn't do anything. You just took me out there so you could use your assault bike.
That's not fair.
That's horrendous.
That's not
You've
fair.
used Worst Job Wednesday just to go and do a gym session.
Look, there's two birds, one stone type stuff. But did I at one stage clean some toilets?
Yes, he did.
Can you tell me, please, Jodie, just before we get out of here, can you tell me at what stage did I sign this contract to work at Nova? Do you know how many toilets I've cleaned since I've started working here?
Not enough.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daysey.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to Thursday. Where should we go? It's time for you just to get a bit of education. Cop this.
Oh,
all right?
And when people want education, who do they want to come to?
Not me.
Exactly.
23rd of March. Let's go back to 1987. The Bold and the Beautiful debuted on US television. And when I say debuted, remember when Jess Melville did that?
Oh, yeah, she did. She said debuted. You mean debuted.
Bold and the Beautiful. Wow.
Wow.
Isn't that iconic? I do get them all sort of mixed up and merged. Young and Restless, Bold and Beautiful, Neighbours, Simpsons, The Project, all that kind of stuff.
Whack! Taken every Channel 10 show and merged it together. That's fine. That's what Paramount are trying to do.
And of course, I'm enjoying the A-League coverage. 1936, Ampol Petroleum Limited, Australia's first public petrol company, was established. I think they sold petrol. 1976, ABBA's hit Knowing Me, Knowing You was recorded in Stockholm.
Knowing me, knowing you, there is nothing we can do.
Bruce Abernathy had a hit. Who knew?
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me, though, as well. ABBA sings as well for a couple of brandies. 1998, the movie Titanic won 11 Oscars. Didn't that just absolutely turn it on?
You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I have, actually.
Okay.
I saw that at the movie theatre. And straight away, you ask yourself the question, why did she let Jack die? Why did she want him to fall to the bottom of the ocean?
There was no room on the door.
There's no room. I need to put all my belongings on the rest of the flank. I'm so sorry, Jack. He's like, there's room there. I can literally just go, I'm so sorry. As she's pushing him away.
Pushing him on the shoulders.
I'm so emotional about this. See you, Jack. And then he went down. 2007, PlayStation 3 launched in Australia, which was good and bad. I'm not really sure. I've never been a gamer. Are you a gamer?
No.
Anyone know gamers?
Oh, yeah. One of my best friends, Tiff, who's the weather girl on Channel 10, she's a grown-ass woman who will spend an entire Saturday, she'll put a mattress on the floor in her lounge room and play her little whatever Sonic Hedgehog.
Really? I heard as well that she gets so into it that she wears adult nappies. Too far? Too far?
A little bit.
A little bit?
It's okay.
Right. Too late now. We can't stop this train. It's heading down a direction of education. Speaking of train as well, the number one song on March 23 in 2010 was Hey Soul Sister by Train.
Oh.
Great falsetto on this bloke.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah, story time.
You want to go first?
2 stories, 1 truth, 1 lie. Just need to correctly identify what's going on here. Score yourself a $100 voucher to the Schnit House.
13 24 10, get involved.
Okay. Would you like me to go first?
Go on then.
Okay. So when I was a youngster, we're talking sort of mid-primary school, I wasn't diagnosed because it wasn't really a thing back then, but I had OCD, something unbelievably chronic.
Oh.
So in the midst of my primary school, and it was 7s for me, touching everything 7 times.
Wow.
Like, even to the point where I'd be clapping 7 times before doing things. I remember going for runs because I used to train for cross country.
Yeah.
And I'd be jumping on particular bits. Sometimes it was like cow patties and all sorts of things. Because in my brain, I still remember this, in my brain it was like, nothing is complete unless I do all these little things. So that went on for a good maybe couple of years. We were on the farm, so we didn't know what was going on.
So you jumped on a cow patty 7 times?
No, it was in like, just to try and give an insight into how my mind worked, and with someone who's genuinely got OCD.
Yeah.
If you don't do these little things, when your brain says you need to do this, this and that, and it's like tread on that, or go over there, or step over there. If you don't do it, then you feel incomplete.
Yep.
So I genuinely had that. And I know now that if I was growing up now, then you'd sort of go see a specialist and try and sort that out. But within the space of about 2 or 3 years, it kind of sorted itself out.
So
but it got really, really bad. I remember one stage as a youngster, in the middle of the night, sitting there, stressing that there wasn't a particular part of the paddock that I didn't jump on when I was supposed to. Therefore, everything felt incomplete.
Right.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's really crazy.
It's really,
Did
really
you feel
interesting behaviour.
like you were on the spectrum? You had autism or something?
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I used to be able to recite the top 50, Rage top 50 as well. I'd watch it and be able to recite the entire top 50. And I remember celebrating when DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince went number 1 with Boom, Shake, Shake, Shake the Room. Could watch the whole thing, then recite the whole top 50.
Who didn't celebrate, though? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Who wasn't up and about?
I know, it was a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were watching in Hobart.
I did, and I had to wait for the number 1 before I could actually leave and go to softball. Softball started at like 8:30 or something, so I had to wait till 8 o'clock to reveal the number 1 song before I went.
You're in the Tassie softball team.
Yeah, I was under 16s.
Yep.
Played the national championships in Canberra. Don't be jealous.
I'm so jelly. I'm so jelly. Who would have thought? How many people in the softball team?
9.
That's so good. 10 people turned up
to trials.
Yeah. One of them was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Congrats on that. What's your story?
Okay. So I mentioned before we got married in Bali. So my husband, well, soon-to-be husband and I flew over there, and I was pregnant at the time when I got married. Anyway, we got to the airport, and you know how you're only supposed to take a certain amount of litres of wine over into Bali? Well, he contravened that and took too much. And so they confiscated it and took him to a little room, like, at the airport. And basically said, we're going to arrest you because you've taken, like, too many litres of wine.
Was he on border security?
Too many litres of wine into Denpasar Airport. And so it was a situation where he was like, I'm going to have to pay a bribe here to get out of it. So he ended up, like, handing over $500 or something Australian.
Wow.
To get out of it.
Are you trying to tell me that in some of these other countries you can bribe your way out of situations
I'm
like that?
I'm certainly not saying that because I want to go back to Bali at some point in my life. But
That is outrageous, but extremely believable.
Yeah.
I like when you're watching border security
Yeah.
and it'd be someone from some of these countries and they're like, what's in your bag? And he'd be like, oh, I don't know what it is. And he'd pull it, it'd be like a genuine dragon. It'd be like a live dragon. And they're like, you can't bring that in here. No dragons in Australia. Oh, I didn't know you couldn't do that.
What?
All right, here's a warning. But we're confiscating the dragon.
Yes.
Who's telling the truth? Who's got a lie?
Why do I feel like that's something you try and do? Is like take a dragon into another country.
Import a live dragon.
It's just a frill neck, mate. It's fine.
It's
Shut
just
up.
a frill neck.
What's your problem? Turn the cameras off.
For goodness sake. Don't have a cow, man. All right, who's got the truth? Who's got the lie? For a $100 Schnit House voucher. Give us a call and we'll take your calls next. 13 24 10. Yep, 2 stories, 1 truth, 1 lie. Let's recap.
Okay, so when we got married, my husband took too many litres of wine into Bali because obviously we were, trying to take some wine over there to save some money for the reception. However, we got detained, or he got detained at the Denpasar airport and had to pay a little bribe to get out of it.
Yeah, right. So did he do what they all do on border security and all of a sudden they cannot communicate?
No, they don't speak a lick of English. And he didn't speak a lick of Balinese.
Yeah, right. Look, it's very, very believable that he had to bribe his way out.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, does that stuff happen, does it? What? That's crazy. I'll talk you through my OCD as a youngster. 7 was my number, and quite extreme. It got to the point where everything, my mind, it's hard to explain it, but my mind was just so entrenched in everything being in numbers and everything having to be touched in a certain amount of times and things done in a certain amount of times to feel complete.
Yeah, okay.
It's really hard to describe it.
It would not surprise me about you because the things that would go on in that little bonce of yours would
What's
just
happening
shock
in there?
pants off everyone.
What is going on? There's a lot going on. Bit of Megadeth as we speak. Anyway, back to Are You Schnitting Me? Good morning, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
Good morning. How are you?
We're great for a Thursday. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I'm going to pick your brain on this, Leanne. Who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie?
I'm sorry, Jodie. I think you are lying.
Oh, okay.
She thinks I'm lying because my husband's far too honest to pay bribes. He'd rather go to jail. Leanne, absolutely 100% true. I am lying. And a bit of feedback, Leanne. Most people are saying they didn't believe Hayesy, but you were the only one that cottoned on.
Well, I thought he was not being a very supportive husband if you were pregnant and he was taking a truckload of wine over there. He should be
True. True, so true. So true, Leanne.
There you go. And that's not the Greg that we know and love.
No. And I wasn't referring to my husband, I was referring to my work husband, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's all right. I was like, you're pregnant? Oh, didn't my heart start racing?
Baby number 5.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
We're not schnitting you. Schnit House Australia serves the best schnitzels made fresh daily with authentic golden classic or celiac-friendly breadcrumbs, Hilton Golden Grove and O'Halloran Hill. Let's do the 8 at 8 next. That is your next opportunity to get on standby list for Nova's First Class and 50K. Give us a call right now, 13 24 10.
Jodie and Hayes's Ask Us Anything.
It's an opportunity to really, really bring down the walls and get to know each other.
Yeah.
Breakfast at nova919.com.au. Ask us anything.
Get involved. You can ask us any question you want. Go, Sean.
Good morning.
Sean, good morning.
And can I just say, there's heaps of questions coming through at the moment, so thank you to everyone for their contributions. Our first one is from Jackie from Manningham. Morning, team. I'm sure you've never done anything that bad, but I would like to know what your biggest regret with regards to your loved one is.
Yeah, I can confidently go first on this one. I forgot Cara's birthday last year.
Did you?
Yeah, and I remember it on the day, which was awful, and then she did the whole, it's fine, and I don't care, but I know that she did. So I really, it makes me sort of twitchy thinking about it right now.
Same page. Forgot our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Really?
And it wasn't until my mother-in-law wished us well and congratulations that I was like, oh, that's today.
So you gave Greg all that flack last week about going away on your wedding anniversary.
I'm not here to be judged, mate.
Okay, right. Mm-hmm.
Move on.
I'm on your team, Greg. Jock from Elizabeth.
Greg. Don't start the Greg charm. Don't start it again.
Our next question is from Jock from Elizabeth Vale. I would like to know what your worst holiday disaster is.
Oh, God, that's easy. We tried to go to Byron Bay last year, and it was in the midst of where it just... the airline was cancelling all their flights.
Yep.
And so we ended up... we're trying to get to Byron Bay, and we ended up going with all the children. So it was like 3 kids in tow. So we went Adelaide to Hobart, 2 hours in Hobart, Hobart to Melbourne, Melbourne to the Gold Coast, and then it was a drive from the Gold Coast down to Byron Bay in one day. Well, we left at 6 a.m. and got there at 9, and then someone else took one of the girls' bags off the carousel, so that ended up in the Sunshine Coast. Horrendous. Can you
Talk
imagine?
about holiday disasters. That's horrendous. That is gross.
Yep. Yours?
Just got a feeling I'm going to top that one just ever so slightly. I did spend a nice little solid night in solitary confinement in Bali during a footy trip.
What?
Of course you did.
Very sobering, wasn't it?
What happened?
Well, we basically got accused of something we didn't do.
Yeah.
And then who would have thought, but somehow we managed to come up with some sort of deal later on where we exchanged some stuff and we managed to be free. But look, things got a little bit out of hand. It was like the first or second night, as they sometimes do. And yeah, look, I'm here to tell the tale, and it's not a documentary about how I've been in a Bali cell for 20 years, but hey, you live and you learn, don't you?
What was going through your head when you were in Carapacan? Were you just freaking?
What was going through my head? I'll tell you what was going through into my belly. There was a lot of bintangs.
In jail?
A lot of bintangs.
Oh, Lord.
And
No,
as well.
Sean, you're missing the point. The bintangs were the lead up to jail.
Yeah.
Oh.
He wasn't drinking bintangs in a cell, mate.
No.
It is Bali.
Yeah.
I reckon. If you paid enough money, you probably could get some beers in jail.
Oh, there you go. You did top it, by the way. Well done.
Just slightly.
And our last question, now I'm a bit afraid to ask this one, but this has come from Olivia from Woodville North. I love your relationship and I love how fun and friendly you two are together. But I would like to know what you both thought of each other.
Go on then.
When you first met.
Go on.
First.
No, you tell yours.
Okay. So I actually did a thing at a previous radio station that Jodie used to work for, which I can't remember which one is.
Don't worry about it.
I think it's SEN.
Don't worry about it. I've forgotten about it.
So it was. Well, which daughter was it? You were going on maternity leave.
Oh, God. Who's to say? I had 3 kids while I was there.
Yeah, so whichever one it was. And they did this big song and dance about, Jodie, she's off for a few months, just having a nice long holiday. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. So they got me in to sing a bit of a song to try and, capture the vibe and all these types of things. I sang this song.
Hold on.
Bit of Pete Murray.
Does that station not have any budget?
Yeah. Hey, don't worry. How much are you going to get paid for it? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Got the harmonica out as well.
Yeah.
It's this big giant tribute. Jodie was in tears, absolute tears. It was a beautiful moment. And then maybe a couple of years later, I said, hey, remember when I came into the Mix Studios and did that little song for you? And you had no idea. And she absolutely was like, that never happened.
I can tell you.
Are you kidding me?
Tell you
that cried.
Whole period of my life was such a blur, doing breakfast radio and having 3 kids in the process. I don't know.
You cried.
Okay. Well, not because of you. I was very hormonal. I was growing a human child.
Yeah. Lord knows what you were crying about.
Oh, dear.
Jodes.
I was trying to think. I've always thought... No, I genuinely have always thought you were lovely. always thought you were lovely. And because people always say nice things about you, that's just the perception that I've always had of you. And then I met you and I thought, God, he's got everyone fooled, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What about what you told us off air before?
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
That'll just about do it for us.
I tell you what, producer Zoe does the best rendition of that song. Doctor, doctor.
It's a real heavy accent, isn't it?
It really is. It's thick.
Judge Jodie returns tomorrow.
Yes, the judge is back in town with your moral dilemmas that she will preside over and give you some sort of clarity in your life. That's what she does.
And she does it at a much cheaper alternative than going to the magistrate's court.
Yes, exactly right.
Yes.
Dead or Alive makes a return as well. This is a little game we like to play about mortality.
Yeah,
what
it's
celebrities are still here? What have departed?
Putting a bit of a fun vibe on things. First class and 50k as well, which is fast approaching the draw date.
Yes.
This week and next week.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's going to be a thing.
chop, lollipop. Get yourself in the draw. More opportunities tomorrow. 13, 24, 10.
On that
Make sure you
note-
listen to the podcast.
On that note, doctor.
I don't know the other words.
Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy.